How's it going, my tournament people? Dr. Slacking, the Slacking Doctor, back with week 8, I think, of the LTC. As this week, your late district spirits go up against 123 Berber or Berry, I think, right? I call him Berry in my head, so I assume that's. I've heard someone else call him that. I think it's Berry. Anyway, and his scary, fluffy thingies. You can see his draft on team right now. Let's quickly run through ours. He is waiting, so this is going to be a bit of a speed run through for us. He says, realizing that he can't. Oh, okay. Let's just quickly go. So, SIRFETCH'D, protective pads to stop us getting effects board by the Vile Plume. Yeah, you can see everything else there. That first impression might be really important for Sigilif. That looks pretty damn scary. Scrappy obviously allows us to hit the Delmise. Juan, back after his heroics recently. I can't remember how long ago that was. It feels like last week, but maybe it wasn't. Brave Bird, Sucker Punch, Moxie, standard, but very defensive set so that we can switch in on the Delmise. And we're still strong enough to put out damage, so we're not too passive at all. Violite, Rust Bucket. This thing is going to be the main thing for Sigilif. It can really hurt us, and unfortunately has a very good counter in Galarian Stunfisk, but I figured maybe we could catch him off guard with like a Magnet Rise into Metal Sound. Would probably 1v1 Galarian Stunfisk if he's not running anything other than like Earthquake, Ironhead or something. Marowak Thick Club with Sword Stance. If I don't need rocks in this matchup because his flying type is Magic Guard, then I might just go for like a Sword Stance wall breaking set here, more offensive. So that's why I thought I'll bring both, depending on what I need in the matchup, what he brings. Power Hub, Lunatones. We made some trades. Shit, I should have said that beginning one. Maybe I'll make a video about the trades. I don't know. But yeah, we traded some things, so that's why we have Salance a little here. And Krona. Power Herb, Meteor Beam. I just wanted to run it. It looked fun. Again, this also helps with the Sigilif. Maybe Rust Bucket was for something else other than the Sigilif. What was Rust Bucket? Oh, Comfey. That was it. For Comfey, actually. You're here for Comfey. You're here for good. We did this. See, I wouldn't have remembered that. This is here more so for Sigilif. But really, like, nothing's dedicated for anything, right? We can be flexible as we play. And then specs Whimsicott, because just like before in the last few matchups, actually Whimsicott's speed tier and stab fairy looks really good into him. It's the Vile Plume and the Galarian Stunfisk, but we have ways to wall break those with Salance a little and Juan and things. So yeah, that's the plan. We'll see how it goes. I'll make a cut here and then we'll be back with the battle. Okay, so here we are in the battle. Sorry, I need to move my big head to block out that reflection. I didn't have time to put something on the TV, so that's why we have the thing. Not that the TV worked very well. In my head, this LTC season, I thought I could put stuff on the TV and it would be like a nice little backdrop, but actually it just created glare and didn't look that good most of the time. But if I don't have my big fat head there, you just have the reflection, and that looks bad as well, doesn't it? So my cat is like right next to me on the desk, just here, and I'm worried that at some point she's going to come and attack everything. We should probably pay attention to the game. Right, good luck, have fun to Berry. Let's have a look. I really hope people do call him Berry and I'm not just making that up, otherwise I'm an idiot. So, what did he not bring? Oh, he brought the fucking Spinnerack, and I didn't bring any removal because I was like, he's not bringing the Spinnerack. Oh, that sucks, like, so bad. That sucks so bad. Okay, the Comfey didn't come, so Rust Bucket is freed up. Do I want to use it as a lead? I mean, it does look pretty good as a lead. There's nothing that I can do that I don't have, like, multi-hitter moves or fake out or anything to stop you from getting webs up. Alright, we'll just lead with Rust Bucket. I think it looks like a fairly safe lead and a pretty decent option into everything. Okay, so... Interesting. We can just... He hasn't brought the thing, so I think I'm just going to Flash Cannon, because if he's Sleep Powder, I think it's probably best that this is a sleep of everything. Okay. Okay, so he's a Leech Seed. This is okay, I think, right? So would we just Volt into Juan? Yeah, I think we just Volt into Juan. Delmise is so slow. Like, having a switch into it is good, but we do have ways to, like, offensively check it. And we can potentially switch in with Rust Bucket. Sorry if you can hear that noise. My cat is now attacking things. Wait, you, dog, stop that. Yeah, double Leech Seed makes sense. I thought about Metal Sounding because of that, but it's not like he really switches into this that well. Carcoal obviously takes it pretty well. I'm going to U-turn on the Carcoal switch. Yeah. So Yeah, that plays out pretty well. Could Brave, but with protective pads, like I say, for the effects ball, so I could come in close combat. He could Terror on me. I could come in an Earthquake. Again, he could Terror on me, but like, which wall breaks better? Well, the Vile Plume is what I really want broken, because then Whimsicott can Moonblast, or once this thing's terrored especially. So I'm going to go into Silence a little, because I think that baits in the Vile Plume better. And then I'm just going to click Close Combat. If he like Terrors Fairy or Psychic or something, he's probably faster than me, so he probably doesn't hit me before the defense drops anyway. So that's probably fine. And I don't know if this thing is going to have like a Fighting Resist Terror type. That seems unlikely. I'm not sure what Terror type he'd want into me, but it doesn't seem like it'd be that necessarily. Yeah, so we forced that out. Okay, we're not making much headway, but neither is he really. It's kind of a bit of stalemate at the minute. Go Chrono. Maybe Knockoff would have been better, because I could have taken Carcoal's Violite, hit this thing. Yeah, Knockoff would be better. Okay, if we get that situation again, we should just knock off. Yeah. Is that shit specs? That did so much. Do we pop the Meteor Beam now? Yeah, because he's got no switching. That did so much. Holy shit. That feels like specs to me. Oh, no, it's not. It just does that much. Okay. Let's hope I put the right item on here. I don't know how this works. Yeah, okay, we did everything correctly. Okay, fine. So does he have anything that outspeeds me? Potentially the Kamala if he's max speed. Otherwise, like, this thing might just get to fire for another big hit. And I will just stay in and let it go down. Okay, so Kamala comes out. Will I just stay in and let it go down on this, though? Does it get Sucker Punch? I have Rest Bucket right there. I'm at +1. Will I get to come in later on anything? Thing is, if I come in on the Vile Plume and I kick Psychic later, I will have back to low special attack uninvested. I think we're okay to let this thing go down. Yeah. We are faster. There we go. I think it was worth just figuring that out. Okay, so he now goes up to... Well, he can't... He's slower than this, so... He can't be any higher than 120, 360 if it was a speed tie. Would still outspeed me. Surely you take any one hit and just decimate him, though. Yeah, you must. Do I want HP on you, though, for later on things like these? It's probably okay not to. Yeah. Probably okay not to. I was just thinking like Kazakage I don't really need HP on because he's not that good into anything, but I think this is probably just the most direct way to try and pick up a KO. Yeah. And because I'm faster than these guys probably, like... Do I want to save my first impression? Let's just knock you off. I'm assuming you're Focus Sash anyway. Yeah. Maybe getting my Stealth Rocks up actually would have been better with Kazakage. Long term. Because now we are slow. I'm not sure. I'll just knock off again. He probably lets this go down. 180. His Vile Plume was slower than my Rust Bucket. So, I'm probably faster than you. So I'm just going to Brave Bird for damage. Yeah, nice. Because when I come back in, I'm going to be slower than everything. So I may as well just go for it now. Could save my first impression. Do I risk this thing like setting up with Curse and stuff like that? Is there a world where I'm faster than him? If he's bulky, maybe. Do I save my first impression for Delmise? And if... No. Glad I didn't. So we get the best move we could have done there with a super effective knockoff and get rid of his Violite. So he's now faster, but I think we can go into Kazakage here and click knockoff again, I would imagine. My knockoff did 39 before. I think it does about the same, right? Because you lose the... But this thing is this thing stronger? 486. Yeah, this thing's stronger. So I'm just going to go for another knockoff. He is Will-O-Wisp. That's why I didn't want to go into the bird, because I didn't want to... Sorry, I apologise if you can see my cat's arse. What are you doing? Look at this giant rodent. Hello, rodent. Hello, ratty rat. Ratty, ratty, rat. Oh, look at you, you disgusting creature. Oh, animals, all of them. Am I worried about Trailblaze sweeping? Probably not. I think we just keep spamming knock, right? Sword Stance Trailblaze, is that a set? But I always have the Sucker Punch. I get rid of Colbur if he has it. Leftovers. Synthesis is fine. I'm just going to keep spamming. Like, I could try and Sword Stance to force him to KO me, for example, but I don't think there's any need. Because, yeah, if he does that, I just die anyway. Okay. Well, I probably outrun you because you weren't Trailblaze. 196, 183. I probably just outrun you and kill you with Brave Bird anyway. I probably don't need to Sucker Punch because you didn't go for the Trailblaze. I don't know if Dalmise gets Trailblaze. I'm just assuming it might. But hopefully Juan just cleans up here. And Whimsicott might even outspeed under webs as well. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I thought we would. That's a strong move, and I thought we'd outrun. GG. That was fun. That was really fun, actually. The new signings did well. The new transfers, Sir Lancelot and Krona actually probably put in the most work this game. Sir Lancelot baited in the Vileplume and blew it up. Really whittled down the Carcole. Krona was able to defeat the Sigilif. Actually, the Kamala as well was taken out by Sir Lancelot. And the Spinnerack. Gee, how many things did fucking the bird kill? One? The grounded bird. Not the actual bird, the other bird. 1, 2, 3, 4? 4? No, not that one. 3 or 4? I don't know. You know, you probably know. That was really fun. Yeah, really good game. I think so. I'm going to lightly spoil things here for like how the league looks, but I don't think any of you are. I don't think anyone else is uploading, so it's like, what am I spoiling, right? Like, I don't think it matters too much. Let me move my fat head out of the way. There we go. So now that puts us 8 games played, 7-1 record. So the only person that could catch us, so the top 2 get a bye week, if I remember right. So Ben is at 5-2. So the best record he can end on is 7-2, right? Because there's 2 weeks left. And the best record, the worst record we can now end on is 7-2. So we're not safe yet. We're not guaranteed into the bye weeks. We are guaranteed into playoffs, but we do need to win our final week to guarantee the bye week. Although our differential is quite a lot bigger than Ben's. So what is that? What point? 8-point difference. So I would need to lose by, say, 4 and him win by, say, 4. So really, if we can avoid losing by too many even in the final week, that would still probably lock us a bye space. So we probably will get a bye to the next round. I will probably upload something in the gap week. I think I said before I was like thinking of doing things like, even if it's just like a showdown live, like maybe I'll take our draft team on to like whatever ladder it's like eligible for, and we'll try and get some wins with it or something like that. Like I'll just try and do something in the week if we don't have a game. But we might just get 6-0'd in the last week, and then none of this fucking matters anyway. So we'll see. Anyway, I'll leave it here. Thank you so much for loafing around with me, and I'll catch you again next time.